Today we are bringing you 10 Southeast Asia travel tips that you need to know before you head on out there. We just got done doing our 6 months of Southeast Asia travel, and now we're going to give you our perspective of the 5 pros and the 5 cons that are related. We're going to have Brooke lead it off with the pros.
All right, pro number 1 is going to be affordability. Now what do I mean by that? Would be accommodations, food, sightseeing, transportation, stuff like that. For our Siem Reap, we had our accommodation that was literally about 5 minutes away from town, and it was, what was it?
I think we paid $336 for the month.
Right.
And you know, that's no extra for electricity, no nothing. So it was just a flat $336 for the month in Siem Reap, Cambodia.
Amazing, right? So for Southeast Asia, food is very, very affordable. In Chiang Mai, we got a big old plate of pad thai, and it was 50 baht each.
Yeah, so the chicken pad thai that was right across the street from that accommodation, I think it was 100 baht total. And so you're basically talking like $3 for 2 full-grown adults to get full off of a meal. That's the kind of affordability that Brooke here is talking about.
Yes, very nice. All right, so for transportation, it's very, very affordable as well, but we will get into that later on.
Yeah.
And of course, last up is sightseeing. Now, everything is very, very affordable and very walkable.
I would say probably 3 out of 4 of those are going to either be free or like really, really low cost to you.
Yes, so that's amazing.
Yes, it is.
All right, now that brings us to pro number 2 for our Southeast Asia travel. That is going to be the friendliness of the people. These people are just so very kind, generous, decent. They are wonderful. Every single time you come in, they'll bow to you, they'll say hi.
Oh, yeah.
It was absolutely just wonderful. Like, I want to mention our wonderful host, Prin. The most kindest, even in the most horrible conditions of course, our wonderful flood.
Yeah.
He was still so kind and so wonderful. I must say, I just absolutely loved it.
Yeah, and Prin, if you're watching, we still think of you, bud. You were a hell of a guy.
Yes.
And we really enjoyed our time with you.
Yeah. Number 3 is going to be the safety. Mind your P's and Q's.
Yeah.
You know, basically, you'll use common sense and you'll be just fine. Walking around, you'll be just fine.
Yeah. Just don't put yourself in a really stupid situation like, oh, I don't know, going out drinking late at night by yourself down in some sketchy dark alleyway bar or something.
Right.
You know, just don't do something any completely stupid and you're fine.
Yeah.
There is literally nothing that we found in the 6 months down there that we even had to flinch about.
No. And another one for our Southeast Asia travel, pro number 4, was going to be easy transportation. Right, we're going to go with like tuk-tuks, super affordable, always able to find one super easy.
Yeah.
They're all around you.
Yes.
And they are not afraid to hassle you about it.
And we'll get more into that later.
And next one is going to be the tram system. Now I'm going to go with like Bangkok. They have the tram and they have the metro, and those are easy to find and very affordable as well.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we stayed like a good 16 kilometers outside of Bangkok. Closer to the airport more than anything.
Right.
And honestly, we were about 2 blocks away from that BTS SkyTrain that they have there. And between that and comboing that with the metro that they have, you could get anywhere in that city for a really good, affordable price.
Absolutely, yes. And then we're going to go with the trains as well.
Yeah.
They have very affordable trains.
Yeah, including if you go on a 35-hour nightmare trip from Luang Prabang all the way down to Siem Reap.
Oh.
But you can do it.
You can definitely do it. And of course, there is lots of buses that are around that are also very affordable and easy to find.
Yes.
And of course, just all around flights.
Yep.
And Southeast Asia also boasts about their beautiful sights.
Oh, yeah.
Now, they have wonderful ceremonies that they have every single morning.
Oh yeah, the ceremony.
The ceremony.
Yeah.
And of course, they have tons of temples.
Oh my God, yeah. Just in Luang Prabang alone, ended up, there's 33 temples there, and we found 24 of them, all on foot. So there's plenty of temples to go see.
Yeah. The beautiful, humongous Lion Buddha.
Oh, the reclining Buddha,
Oh
yeah.
my goodness, he was just so massive and beautiful. The Kawansai waterfalls. Just how massive the area was, and just every single time you just kept on going forward. There's even more bigger, beautiful waterfalls.
Yeah.
It was amazing. And then of course we're going to go with our last video, the wonderful Encore Wat.
Oh my.
Just amazing how big it is, and then the fact that over 1 million people used to live in that.
Right. Yeah, the amount of history in there is just friggin' unfathomable, man.
Yes.
It's so cool.
Yeah, you have to see it for yourself. Now that was our 5 pros of our Southeast Asia travel for our 6 months. Now, here comes the
bad guy again. Look, I mean, Southeast Asia travel, the 6 months that we did it was absolutely wonderful, okay? Let's not pretend everything's all heaven for everybody at all times, okay?
Right.
You know how this works. So for us in our 6 months of Southeast Asia travel, these are gonna be the 5 cons. All right, so right off rip with con number 1. Mind when you go, because when we went, keep in mind, we left Istanbul for the flight to Bangkok August 24th. All right, we knew we were gonna hit the rainy season, but holy, it's not just the rain that's the issue. We had just got done in the Balkans for months where it was like 90 plus degrees at all times. It was hot,
Right.
but there's that hot and then there's Southeast Asia hot. As we're walking around this awesome, typical Thailand 90 to 100 degree day, I mean, it got pretty uncomfortable. I remember it was Halloween and me scratching my head going, why is it 102 degrees outside?
It's pretty bad when you're just sitting outside and you're sweating.
Now, our time in Luang Prabang, I think we got stupid lucky because we had just like this perfect weather.
Oh, yeah.
It's just the first time that I've ever had a Christmas season that was in the 70s and 80s. So, a little weird,
A little bit.
but we'll take it.
I mean, it would get up to like 80, 82 during the day, but then it would drop down into like the upper 50s, low 60s in the evening. Oh, it's
It was
gorgeous.
so nice though. It was absolutely wonderful.
And then we got to see him read Cambodia and got, all over again.
All over again, yeah.
So yeah, I would say a con for us is combining heat and humidity. It gets a bit much.
Yeah.
And con number 2 of these Southeast Asia travel tips, there was some parts, like especially in Bangkok, when you got downtown, you had lots of pedestrian-friendly walking areas, okay? But if you start getting into some of the other areas and more rural or not, such a major metropolis, the sidewalk situation gets a bit sketchy.
So remember how I told you that the lines obviously indicate the crosswalk?
Yeah.
Well, here's a freaking problem with that.
Very well get through there. Here, dig it.
So are you supposed to like use osmosis to go through the bars?
Right. How are you supposed to do this?
Not only because you got this itty bitty little space, as far as, movement goes, I have affectionately called the sidewalks in Southeast Asia death traps.
Yes, they are, because they don't. Not only that, do they have stuff that is blocking said sidewalk, like trees, stuff
Poles.
like that, poles, whatever. There's also
Holes,
in said
freaking
sidewalk.
holes that are not covered up at all. And my God, and it's not exactly well lit at night, so you got to really pay attention or you're gonna break something.
Yeah.
And plus you got like these cracks up. So if you're constantly walking around like us, mind your P's and Q's a little bit.
Be very, very careful.
Because those things are damn death traps, okay? And while you're in the middle of Southeast Asia travel like we were for 6 months, you're gonna come across visas and visas galore, I would say. Now, in Thailand, being Americans, wasn't an issue, honestly. You just pop right on in there, you got 2 months visa free, and then you can extend a month.
Yeah.
For Laos, you've got to get a visa. For Cambodia, for Indonesia, and Vietnam. Guys, that is the only regret I have of our 6 months of Southeast Asia travel is the fact that we did not get Vietnam.
But it was not our fault that we did not get.
Well,
Vietnam.
I mean, I don't know. You be the judge. All I know is that I've heard plenty of other people complaining about it too, travelers wise. Trying to use Vietnam's online visa process. We got stuck at literally upload photo. Okay, it didn't, I do this for a living, right? I edit videos and I edit photos. So I know how to get it just right, and yet apparently I am only like 74% me.
I'm only 64% me.
Yeah, she's only like 64% probability being her, and we couldn't get it to stop it.
Nope.
So keep in mind that when you do Southeast Asia travel, you're going to have to deal with visas, for sure. No list of travel tips for Southeast Asia would be complete without con number 4. And that would be what I would dub the aggressive selling tactics of the local cultures. especially if you're not used to it like us. They are very aggressive as far as trying to sell their goods. Look, I understand people gotta, make their living, but if I'm being honest, it felt like as soon as I stepped foot outside my accommodation and go for a walk anywhere, it wouldn't even be a couple minutes later, and then for the length of the walk, about 15, 20 minutes,
bombarded.
it's just nonstop. You having to say no, 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 no.
Oh my God.
To say they are aggressive is a massive understatement.
Yeah.
And they don't know how to take no for an answer. So just be forewarned on that one. Because you'll say, no, I'm good, thanks. And they'll say it again, and no, thank you. And then they want to offer you every illicit drug underneath the sun.
Yes.
So just be forewarned.
I was literally contemplating putting like a sign on my t-shirt saying no.
Well, heck, they know it, because in Siem Reap,
yes.
they have those shirts that say no tuk-tuks or whatever.
Yes.
So they know that is part of their culture.
Exactly, yeah. It's pretty bad when they have a t-shirt made.
Right. So that would be my warning to you guys, is that if you are a private person kind of like us and you just like to be able to go out for a stroll, just know you're gonna have some aggressive sales tactics coming your way. And that leads us to a final con, number 5. And this one, I'll be honest, it's just me being petty. Okay, guys? This is just some fun here. But one thing that you're going to experience with Southeast Asian travel that I wasn't used to are the flip-flops. Now, here's what I'm saying, is that my mother, a very militant woman, raised me up. I remember when I was a kid, if I was kind of shuffling my feet a little bit, hey, pick your feet up. Well, Southeast Asia has taken that to a whole other level. Because just the way they walk with, pretty much all of them wear sandals and flip-flops.
Yeah, majority of them, yes.
And which I get with the heat and everything.
Yeah.
But the problem is that all I can hear every time we're outside for 6 straight months is my mother in my ear, pick your damn feet up. Because all you're gonna hear on repeat every time you're out and about is clank, 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 or you hear
Constantly.
and I don't know about you, but it drove me crazy. Look, like I said, it's petty, okay? It's very minor, insignificant. But that petty nonsense of the last one, that would be the cons of Southeast Asia travel, okay? All right, so there you have it. Those are our 10 Southeast Asia travel tips that you need to know. Now, guys, we enjoyed greatly our 6 months of Southeast Asia travel, okay?
It was a lot of fun.
I mean, we got to see Thailand. We got this 3 months of that. We got to see 2 months of Laos. We got a month of Cambodia. All 3 have similarities, but they also have things that are very distinctly their own. And it made it so wonderful and fascinating to dive in and really get to know them. We both highly, if you can stand the heat and pick the right season to go in.
That would be good. Yes.
I'm talking to you, Bali. Yeah, don't go during the off season, because wow, every day of 100 degrees, the high like 80+% humidity. Yeah.
Hot doesn't exactly.
No, that's why a week of that I was like, peace and chicken grease. I'm done, dude. I'm out. I've had enough.
Yeah.
But I would definitely recommend this for anybody, because you get a heck of a lot of culture. You get affordable costs at pretty much at everything you do that involves life and travel. Down there is very affordable.
Yes.
And the people and their history and their traditions and that culture, it's really something to take in, man.
Yes.
It really is.
Quite enjoyable.
All right, so that finally wraps up Southeast Asia for us as a whole.
Yes.
Now, moving forward, we've got the one surprise video coming for you next week of a surprise location.
I think you're gonna like it.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it budget friendly, but
No.
that's why we got the in and out as quick as possible. And then we begin our next season. And we are covered pretty much all the way up till the end of September. All right, and then we'll talk to you more about that then.
Yeah.
All right, Slow Travel Nomads, Paul.
Brooke.
And we'll catch you in the next one.
See you guys.